Teddy, watching what you bet here on That Betting Show. Going to go over 2 NBA games tonight. We're not treated, Teddy, to the 3 spots that we had, the 4 spots over the weekend, but we do have 2 good games tonight if you're betting these. Closing time at Little Caesars Arena tonight on Monday. Could it be? Look at the Pistons getting 12.5 at home. Total of 220. Moneyline split minus 1,000 plus 650. These games have been just one-way streets, Teddy, and the only way going with the Milwaukee Bucks. If we take a look at the Bucks, 50-32 against the number on the season, 19-13 against the number as a road favorite, and 5-3 against the spread in the month of April. Pistons 42-42 against the number at home. Blake Griffin playing, Blake Griffin not playing, Blake Griffin banged up. The Bucks have been just train rolling directly right over the Pistons, Teddy.
Sure, and look, Milwaukee did this all regular season. You can't be surprised at what the Bucks are doing now. This was an extraordinary point spread team during the regular season, and one of the things that made them extraordinary, ATS, was the fact they didn't have the letdown spots. When they were up 10, they pushed the lead to 15. They pushed the lead to 20. Consistently, they were able to extend leads even when Giannis wasn't on the floor. That was the case this past game against the Pistons over the weekend. You know, they were down 14 when Giannis got his 4th foul early in the 3rd quarter. He came back on the floor. They're up 22. You know, that's the Bucks' depth. Meanwhile, the Pistons, I mean, they got 27 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists from Blake Griffin. In game 3. Did that matter? No. Detroit shot below 40% from the floor for the 3rd straight game. If they shoot better, they can cover. I don't know if they can shoot better. Dwayne Casey, quote, talking about Blake Griffin. That young man is giving us everything he has. He said he was feeling good. I was concerned about his conditioning with as much time as he missed. You can't really simulate 5-on-5 basketball when you're rehabbing, but he came in and gave us what he could. He just has a presence we can't replicate. Again, Griffin came in, he played well, he was an impact, and they still lost by double digits. You're not going to get, this point spread's telling you what you need to know. Milwaukee's closing out this series tonight. This game is not going back to Milwaukee for a game 5. All that being said, this point spread's a monster. I mean, you're not getting any bargains in the Bucks. And the markets are well aware. No public wants any part of the Pistons. The wise guys don't want a whole lot of the Pistons. The markets always move towards the team that's up 3-0 as they look to sweep out the series. And Milwaukee can win this game comfortably. They can win it by doubles and still not cover this number. It is an extraordinarily public play to be on the Bucks tonight, and I don't really want the Pistons, so this is probably one I'm going to be watching and not betting on.
Looks like the Houston Rockets looking to close out a 4-game sweep heading into Salt Lake City tonight. The Jazz catching 3 points, total of 214.5, moneyline split minus 150 plus 130. You can catch this game at 10:30 Eastern time, live from Vivint Smart Home Arena in Salt Lake City tonight. Teddy, Houston 43-39 against the number on the season, 32-30 against the spread as a favorite, and 10-16 against the spread as a road favorite. Jazz come in at 44-39 in all line games, looking to close out much different, Teddy, than what we just previewed with the Milwaukee Bucks favored by double digits. This one should be a pretty good game, but are we looking to lay our money on a team that's possibly headed home and golfing by the morning, Teddy?
Well, I mean, the one thing that Utah, I guess, has in their favor, I guess they got a couple things in their favor. One is that in the entire James Harden era, we've yet to see the Houston Rockets sweep a series. They won 5 playoff series since James Harden arrived in Houston. 4 of them came in 5 games, 1 in 7 games, 0 in 4 games. So I guess you have history boding well for Utah. I think character bodes well for Utah as well. Look, I mean, James Harden started the game 0 for 15. He didn't make his first shot till he hit a dunk with 7 minutes left. He ended up 3 of 20 for the game. And the Jazz still lost to the Rockets. So they did their job defensively on the MVP candidate, and it still wasn't enough. So a lot of times you say, wow, that locker room's dead, and the quotes out of the locker room from, the atmosphere in the locker room was pretty subdued, obviously, after the loss. But you start reading these quotes, Donovan Mitchell, I don't think anyone's just going to lay over Monday. I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think that's what our organization is based on. It's not an uphill battle. It's an uphill battle, but we're not going to lay over and give them a game. And I'm seeing the same thing. Royce O'Neal had a positive quote. Hey, we're coming to play on Monday night. Kyle Korver talking about, hey, we played well enough to win. Just a few mistakes. We could play better than that. We're planning on it. The right quotes are coming out of Utah's mouth. I'll say that. And Houston, for all the success that they had in winning that game 3, despite Harden's inability to sink shots, let's not forget just about every key role player for the Rockets had a big game. I don't know if that's going to happen in game 4. This is one 0-3 team. There aren't many of them, This is 103 team that might be live to pull off the shocker on Monday night.